Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy to be back on the Reverse Confetti YouTube channel. I have two cards to share with you today, just one technique and a lot of color. I love the pops of color on these very white cards. So I am using the A Beautiful Day stamp set from Reverse Confetti. I love these butterflies and I am going to be stamping them with the Simon Hurley stamping foam. I will show you how to do that. It's really easy. It's a great tool to get a watercolor look without any coloring at all. These cards took me half an hour to make in total. Half an hour for two cards, and they look like they took me a lot longer if I had actually colored them. So this is a stamping foam. You heat it up, you stamp it down onto your stamp. I'm going to do it again here. So you heat it up, you melt the foam a little bit. You're supposed to heat it up between 20 or 30 seconds or something. You get a feel for it after a while. You stamp it into the stamp and you get the image into the stamping foam. But it's a reverse image in the way that the lines aren't going to be stamped. Everything around it is going to be stamped. So you get an emboss resist look without having to emboss first. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. And to get color on these images, all you do is take some ink. I like to use ink cubes because they're small and they're what I have. I don't have many full-size ink pads, but they're perfect for this. You can also use watercolor markers, maybe that would work. If you're using ink cubes, it helps to just rub them on and not stamp them on. Here I'm just checking if it's actually going to fit on that watercolor paper I prepared. And all you do is spritz it with a little bit of water. I like to spritz it from quite far away. That's why you couldn't see the spray bottle in the shot. But yeah, just spritz some water on there to wet the ink and activate it. I like to let it sit on the paper for a little while so the color can soak into the paper. And I like to heat set it right away because as you can see on that first stamp, the lines get blurred sometimes if you use a little bit too much water. I like that look, but I don't like it to get even blurrier. If you don't heat set it right away, you might have the water travel a little bit more on the page, blur the lines even more. So I don't want that. That's why I heat set it immediately. I'm going to do the same thing for the other butterflies. I am only going to use the pink one of this, but I do like the color combination of the really tiny butterfly as well. Use some mint ink and some teal and some purple. It's a gorgeous combination, but it didn't stamp perfectly, this one, and honestly, I had enough butterflies with the two I had already, so I wasn't going to stamp this one again. But you absolutely can. With the stamping foam, once you've created your stamp, you can just keep stamping, keep cleaning it off and stamping again. And once you remelt the foam, the image is going to disappear and you are going to be left with some more stamping foam to have fun with. Now I turned my camera off for a little break and forgot to turn it on again. This is the Brilliance cover panel by Reverse Confetti. It just has this gorgeous ray outline maybe, and I just stamped a sentiment from the stamp set on there. Now I'm also going to use the Folklore background by Reverse Confetti, and I'm going to cut this up a little bit. I cut it at a diagonal and then I line up the diagonal with one of the lines on my trimmer to trim some more off to create a gap. So you can see it there, that's my layout. I fussy cut out these butterflies. I think you can actually use the matching dies for this, but I wanted a little bit of color around the white outline as well, and I think the dies would have cut that off. So I'm just arranging this. I had a couple of these leaf die cuts left over in a bowl, so I figured I would just use them up here. I arranged them. I put them together with some purple tape so I knew how to adhere them back together. This is going to make my life a little bit easier once I'm starting to glue things on. I back the stitched die cut cover panels with some foam tape to add some dimension, and I'm going to adhere those on my card base. This is a really fun layout. I don't do it a lot, but it's a go-to of many card makers. I see it a lot on Instagram, and I love the look of it, and I thought it would be perfect for this butterfly arrangement. I wanted to add a little bit of glitter, so I'm just cutting a couple of strips of silver glitter paper, and I'm gluing those on underneath those edges of the Folklore panel. This is going to break up the white a little bit more because the pop of color on this card is smaller than the other card. Now I just put some glue on the leaf die cuts, and then I can peel away the butterfly and add some foam tape behind the butterfly, or the moth. I think this one is a moth. I love this one. This is my favorite of the whole set. I really like that butterfly. That finishes up the first card. Well, it's not finished yet. I am going to add embellishments. But for the second card, I am going to adhere that panel with some double-sided tape to my card base. And I'm going to adhere the butterfly on there with some foam tape. I'm only putting foam tape in the middle so the wings can flare up a little bit and give it more dimension, or more of a dimensional look, without adding more bulk to the card. Like I said, I am going to add a couple of embellishments here. These are by Crafty Meraki. I forgot what they were called. Let me check. These are the Enchanted Forest Meraki Sparkle Gems. I love these. They're not quite gold. They're more yellow and a little bit of pinkish. These are by Pretty Pink Posh, the ones for the second card. They're just some silver gems. I really like these because they're mirror silver. They're not just, you know, the silver gems you always see around. I really like the look of these. That actually finishes up my two cards. They were really easy to make. It's such a fun way to get a watercolor look without any effort at all. I love the stamping foam by Simon Hurley, and these butterflies by Reverse Confetti are just perfect for it. So here you can see some more close-up shots of the cards, but that's it for this video. I did want to let you know that Reverse Confetti has a sale right now, a summer sale. You can save 20% off your order with the code HOT at checkout. I will leave all of that information in the description below as well. You can get that discount from now till June 26th. So that's a great sale. I hope you take part of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.